What's approaching the supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? Let's go ahead and start another session in line with the Super Saiyan 3 Gohan card that I tested out earlier. We're gonna go ahead and kind of keep the same theme and do a test with the Agility Super Saiyan 3 Trunks. So obviously it's a server test, so some of the stats and output from hidden potential levels may be different a little bit, so let's just kind of cover the stats a little bit. So leader skill, he does provide +2 key attack and defense increase of 60% for agility types. Burning attack will be his super attack, which causes supreme damage and raises defense by 30% for 6 turns. Passive skill is the need for evolution. Attack and defense increases 60%. Disables enemy guard. High chance to guard against all attacks. So pretty nice built-in passive skill package there. Link skills, he's got the Super Saiyan, that'll add 10% to attack. Golden Warrior, that'll add +1 key, enemy defense -2000. Cold Judgment, increase of 20% toward defense. Over in a Flash, +3 key. Limit Breaking Form, +2000 attack when super attack is launched. And lastly, Royal Lineage will add +1 key. Similar to Gohan, he does fall into 2 categories, Hybrid Saiyans and Super Saiyan 3. For this video, we'll be going with a Super Saiyan 3 category team. So maxed out are going to be the following stats at Rainbow status. HP is at 13,583, attack is 12,607, defense is 10,650, and 12 key multiplier will be at 140%. Again, with the Gohan, similar to Gohan, this is a JP exclusive unit that came out with the Dragon Ball Heroes banner. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started, but as always, definitely make sure to like the video, and if you're new to the channel, definitely make sure to hit the subscribe button. So it'll be interesting to see how this card overall functions. I mean, you've got a good mixture of combinations. He seems to have a pretty defense-oriented system a little bit, with the 30% increase to defense as part of the super attack, and then 60% increase to defense as part of his passive skill. But he's also got the ability to disable the enemy's guard, and then high chance to guard against all attacks. So pretty interesting unit right here, and that's kind of why I wanted him in JP when he first came out. Again, like I was talking about with the intelligence type Gohan, really wanted another unit to fill the last remaining slot for the Super Saiyan 3 category team. Unfortunately, like I said, I got trolled on and fucking ended up getting like 5 dupes for the Super Pai Gohan, so that's the story with that. So my guess is, and I'm pretty sure about this, the output's not going to be anywhere as high as the Super Saiyan 3 Gohan, since he only has a 60% increase toward attack for his passive, but he should be able to defend much better. You know, he's getting an additional 30% for defense, and you know, that's for 6 turns. So yeah, I mean, it could essentially help out the overall balance of the team. And kind of similar to the Gohan showcase or / test, kind of went with the Boss Rush 5 event for this. So he'll go into Dokkan mode here in a second, so let's see what happens. Unfortunately, the thing I hate about this event is, yeah, Shenron locks the order, you know, or locks the card, so like I didn't want to waste an item for it, so I just kind of left it as it was. So unfortunately, we'll just have to see Vegeta go into Dokkan mode, but I haven't really done many videos about him at 100%, so I guess it'll be kind of an extra bonus here. And Vegeta is definitely a must-have for many variety of team setups. He's got the ability to tank, hit pretty decent, and high chance of stunning enemies, so he's got a pretty complete package there. Alright, so we've got type advantage here, so let's go ahead and see what happens. No criticals, but 783,000. Let's see with the combo if it hits. Alright, so critical activated that time, hit for 1 million, so definitely a decent output. And I'm not quite sure. I think HP is below 80%, so I think the 40% to increase for attack should apply. It looks like that is the case. And yeah, 852,000. So this guy can definitely hold his own also. But he is getting help from Bardock and Goku there, since both of them do provide team support for the attack increase. And yeah, definitely very little in damage. Obviously, it's a server test, so it's a little bit over exaggerated, but he'll definitely be able to defend pretty well because he does have the ability to increase defense by 30% as part of his super attack, and then 60% from the passive. So yeah, with the additional attacks, I mean, he's got the ability to definitely upgrade his defense every super he gets. So on top of the passive skill, I mean, yeah, I mean, you're looking at a pretty decent ability to stack defense percentages. So similar to earlier, but HP is not below 80%, so Bardock's passive is not really going to apply. But, I mean, it's a decent enough linkage to where he's getting a pretty good boost, so let's see what happens. And I think even if it's mid-round, if the HP goes below 80%, Bardock's passive should apply. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm not 100% on that. It looks like it wasn't the case though, because he had an output potential of 873,000 versus over 1 million earlier. So that may not be the case. It might just be at the start of the round where that applies, because vice versa, if the HP's, well below 80% and you recover the Senzu Bean, I think it still applies in that regard. So, I don't know. I'm not 100% on it, like I said, so we'll correct me if I'm wrong, like I said. I was hoping he wouldn't dodge and actually take damage, just to see, how much in damage he would actually take from the super attack. Alright, don't dodge here. Of course you did. So critical against Super Vegeta, about 700,000. And without the critical, 250k. So definitely does make a difference with the critical. I mean, he could certainly link up a little bit better with some different units, probably even within the Super Saiyan 3 category team, but I mean, overall, I mean, it's not going to make that much of a difference. Maybe it'll add another 10-15% based on, the link skills he has available, but yeah, I mean, when you're building a Super Saiyan 3 category team, like for me anyway, I'm pretty specific as to what I want to include, what units I want to include in the team. So in that regard, I'm not going to prioritize link skills over the overall balance of the team. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely taking very little in damage. Alright, so it looks like he'll probably go, yeah, he'll go into Dokkan mode here, so we'll be able to actually see it, how he does. This will be a neutral type against the fat Beku, I guess is what his name is. So we'll get ready to close the video out and, you know, kind of see how he does overall. Definitely did less than a mil there without the criticals, but like I said, he's more tailored toward the, I wouldn't say support, but, you know, the overall defending function as a team member.